Hey guys, how's it going? Some Sharksy, some Destroyer. How we doing? Yes, it is Sharksy. It is Sharksy's Trivia Day. So as usual, we're just gonna share this share a few places. Copy the link. One. Okay, that's a few posted. A few more hellos. Hello, Alex Gamer. Hello, Silverball. Hey, James, William Wilkinson. So just a few more posts here, guys, and I will be straight with you. One. And there's the last one. Done. Hello, Miss Lexic. Also, we don't have Mirage Jake today with us. Standard practice. He's on Fortnite. He's becoming a bit of a Fortnite gamer now. I think he's hooked on a new game. But a couple of things for today. So the main topic for today's channel is Spark investment. I talk about some good bots of Spark investment, in my opinion, bad bots, and we're also going to our chance crystals. So yeah, as usual, Sharks. So we do have 3-star brainstorm. We're going to open that live on the channel. Then we're going to open our chance crystals with a hope to get a 4-star brainstorm. I was going to save them, but I thought I won't put it on a stream. I thought it'd be a good thing to do today. But yeah. Yeah, Sharks, it is bad when your own kid comes to your own stream, but then it's also bad when he's hooked on Fortnite. So he's getting quite good at it, to be fair, though. He's pretty good. He's better than me on it. But then again, I don't play it. So, yeah, I'm glad the leaderboard event is over too. So, first thing to address that I want to talk about today. If you have not used the link from the Truffles Earth Wars page and got today's loot link, make sure you do, because whoa, the fuel cells are going to inventory. Now, I'm not sure that's a mistake or intentional. I've not really I've only just found out just before the stream. But make sure you claim today's loot link and get those cells in inventory. And I think that is an amazing thing if Space Ape are going to do this. I hope it's everything. It'd be brilliant if they did it to bundles as well. Because bundles, the amount of times that I've wanted to buy a bundle and that I bought a bundle and you have to use the fuel cells, that, you know, it puts me off buying bundles until weekend. But, you know, Christoph says mistake, maybe, but they are staying in inventory, definitely. Yeah, if they're not going to put fuel cells from bundles in inventory, I get that, because that's a lot of fuel cells to put in inventory. But I think loot links would be a good thing, because what's that, 120 a week? 140 a week, maybe more. Maybe, yeah, maybe it's too much. I don't know. Read on VIP from moderator that these weren't supposed to go to inventory. Well, make sure you claim it now, guys. That it does. Yeah, but Sharks, they do give 30 cells over the weekend. like 160, 170, I reckon. But yeah, claim it now, guys. I normally wait until tomorrow to claim it, but I've claimed it now, so it's gone to inventory. It's in there, and I don't have to worry. Hey, Kev Phillips, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. So yeah, today I was talking about Spark investment, and I see a lot of startups guys, a lot of the top guys in the game, who just spark all their bots to 10, basically. And yeah, it does look good on your squad power, but when you haven't got a lot of spark, then you've got to use it wisely, and you've got to decide, is it really worth it? And a big example for me is Hotspot. I think that's a prime example. So, Hotspot for me. So, if you want to upgrade his ability, you get 0.6 of a second for 130,000 spark. So, 0.6 of a second, is that really worth it? Half a second for 130 spark, 130,000, and then another 0.6, for 250,000, then another 0.6. Do you know what I mean? It starts to add up that you only get like 1.5 seconds for a lot of spark. Is spark a bit related to the event coming up? No, I'll tell you where it came from. It came from the fact that inventory is 4 mil maximum. And I'm getting to a point now where I've got 3.5 mil that I'm saving up for ability 11. I don't know exactly what's going to entail yet. We think it might entail Z Energon. We've got 3.5 mil now. So I saw people over the weekend in alliances, and what happened is someone had like 3 pretty much maximum spark, and they wanted to use their spark but had no Energon during the event. So if they bought any bundles, they would not get the spark because they can't use the spark because they haven't got any Energon. So there's 2 ways around this. You can either keep your Energon from inventory. So that's what I've done. I've kept quite a lot of Energon in inventory, really. So keep some Energon in inventory so you can use it. Or once you get to about 3.5 mil, try to use. And yeah, it was bumped up to 4 mil when HQ17 was released. So right now, where I want to use my spark, at least use some of it. And the main one is Sludge that I've got to 10. Really important you get him to 10. Skylinks, really important you get him to 10. It just improves them a real lot. So I'm considering Sandstorm to 9. But I don't know how long ability 11 is going to be. So I thought, well, I'm going to take Sandstorm to 9. But after that, it's 750,000 is a lot to use on a bot when I'm saving up. So I was thinking, Goldfire's already at 10. Saber's already at 10. Elita, I'm thinking I may replace with the 5-star. So that's not really a good investment. Cheetor, maybe. 750,000 for an extra 50 damage per second, is that? So yeah, Cheetor is a good suggestion. Blaster, I don't really use Blaster's minions for damage. And to get 60% of his damage when he does have a lot of damage anyway, it's not a big increase. So, for an extra 3% of his damage. So what's that? 10 DPS per thingy, 40 DPS for 750,000 spark. I just think it's a lot. Hey, Ninja Squirrel, how's it going? Hey, Mohammed. When do I think they release the 9th bot spot? I don't think they will in a long, long, long time. And the reason is that, Chris, I don't mind me talking about this. That my view was always that you need a team of about level 62 bots to take on a max HQ. And Christoph, 225 Sai, so hats off to him. That's a great achievement. I didn't do that. I think I got 150 55 points. So I beat the commander, but I dropped a few points. So the commander is a maxed out HQ 17, and Christoph absolutely smashed it. To be fair, I'll see if he replays in the chat, and he absolutely smashed it. I rushed it, and he just took it on basically. And it isn't the best design in the world, but still, it is still a max HQ 17. And me and Christoph had a bit of a discussion in the playtester chat. And my big view is that you need level 62 bots to take on a max HQ. And with the addition of all the new features they've added in, you don't any longer need level 62 bots. I'm pretty sure Christoph's most of your bots are around 58 to 60. Is that correct, Christoph? So, attack is definitely overpowered at the minute. We need some sort of defense, some sort of new way. The last thing we want is to improve attack even more now. And here we go. This is Christoph's attack. So really impressive that he can take out a max HQ 17 head on. So yeah, fair play. So yeah, most of his bots are level 58. So you don't need a good technique and a good well-balanced team can take it out. But in my opinion, that just makes HQ 17 really short-lived. We're going to see a lot of people taking out max bases in 2 or 3 months' time. And, well, we are already. Okay, we're like top 5, top 6, 7 in the world. But still, what worries me is the fact that this is going to be short-lived. So a general war, you can see there, he's got 2 tanks, 4 gunners, healer, and links. So using your jet there to take out some key structures. Pathing the bots up towards the HQ by taking out those defenses far away. Here you go, Galvatron. How's it going? Drops Combiner down. And I think he said this is a level 10 defensor. Yeah, Rook's still a good bot. If you're going against walls, then yeah, take Sludge. But if you want to distract defenses, then Rook is a lot better. And I'm considering leveling Rook to distract Combiners. I've got to test it a bit and so it works. But that's my point of view. What is the most overpowered defense? Probably beam lasers at the minute. I'd say maybe shock towers. But yeah, and I agree. Lucky me, I agree that defensor's ability there. You can see shielding the box helps a lot with HQ 17. You can see that he's walking. Optimus Prime sort of walked off a bit. So Optimus Prime, guy's a terrible death soon. He's trying to keep him alive with tracks. But you really need to keep them bots together. That's the key. See there, using the plane again with flak on, taking out key structures. And you can see there that 2/3 of the base is pretty much gone already. Lots of gunners in this team. And what I said was, yeah, Sharks, yeah, lots and lots of money. Yeah. I wouldn't even like to say how much. I wouldn't like to guess. But yeah, crazy amount of money. See there again, taking out key structures. And I think it does show a loss in the end. But obviously it's a win because I witnessed it. I can see that it did 225. We all know that replays are slightly off. Did I ever use jets? I used jets when HQ 14 was the highest HQ when the game was first out. I no longer use jets. I don't really like jets. I think they're too soft. Now with flat, they're a lot more relevant. But in my view, I just think that here's how I would like it to work. If you have 8 bots and you always use 8 bots and you can attack every single base layout with 8 bots, I don't think there's balance there at all. Whether it's a walk team, whether it's a smash team, doesn't matter. If you can beat a base with the same 8 bots no matter what, I don't the game is balanced. I really don't. What I think it should be is that different base setups should have different situations. So, you know, if a base has got lots of walls, you should need sludge or wall busters to get through them walls. You should have defenses that target only jets, so that if you run jets all the time, you need to look at that base and go, you know what? I can't run jets against this base. Or gunners, maybe defenses that target gunners. And I know they target protocol, but that's only for mortars. And if you take a gunner can take out that mortar. So what's the point in having target protocol on a mortar that you can take out with the gunners anyway? For me, that's not balance. You should have, say, I don't know. I just think there should be specific defenses that target specific bots that makes you not want to use them in a battle. So you have to use other bots. Did that make sense? You know, I hate the game where it's made that you level 8 bots. And I know that Energon's helped that a bit, but just leveling 8 bots is not good for the game. You know, if there are people out there that have got 8 bots at level 65 already, what are they going to do? What are they going to do with their team for the next 2 years of HQ17? Level other bots, not because they need to, just because they're bored. Hey, Blue Streak, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. So, I'm a big believer in having to level more bots. I do with mine. I have a lot of bots. I have about 10 different bots. My war team's pretty much 80% the same, with 2 or 3 bots subbing out depending on the layout. And I think that that's the way the game should be. You should have a variety of bots at your disposal and look at the base and have a real tactic in place and thinking, right, I've got to use this bot. I need to use more ranged attacks, so I need jets. And just sort of thinking like that. I think base design in general needs a bit of a buff as well for defenses, but I just don't think it's good enough. I just don't think just making defenses shoot more or have more DPS or more health is the answer. I think it's getting monotonous and boring now, Transfer. They need something new in base design. Base designs are getting really hard now. We're seeing a lot of bases where people are just getting Optimus Prime and just rushing straight to the HQ and just killing the HQ. Just unloading on it. Literally just a rush and smash, but straight through the middle of the HQ. I suggest to Space 8 maybe more mines to stop that. You know, if you have to rush over and over again to get them bots up, you're going to run out of ability points. But in the playtester chat, to be fair, there's loads of different ideas we've got. One of my ideas is having a shock tower that shoots out 1 lightning bolt. Now, whether that would be to a specific bot or not, put maybe that core on it. Maybe you should be able to put a core on every single defense where that defense targets a specific bot only. So, say you have a beam laser that only targets gunners. If you don't use any gunners, that beam laser will only shoot half its DPS, say. So you get an advantage by not using gunners. But those that rely on gunners will struggle. So it adds variety to the game. Maybe a defense that targets. I wouldn't say you don't want a defense that targets 1 bot. I think that's a bit unfair. But maybe warriors. Maybe it targets warriors. If you got a base that you think can be rushed, and you can set those defenses to really kill warriors really quickly, you makes that base less rushable and improves base design as well. It opens the doors up to limiting the amount of attacks you can use. That, in my opinion, that's where the game needs to go next. That's where I see it. And I don't want to come across like I'm bashing the game. I love this game. I think they're doing a brilliant job at the minute, but I don't want to see Matt's HQs being walked and being taken over at this point. I'm sorry, Christoph. Like I said, I know you've done a great job, but if you're going to walk a base, you think you need 62, level 63 bots to do that. If we're doing that already, I mean, even I'm considering leveling a walk team, and I never walk bases, but I'm considering leveling a walk team just to do this, just because walk teams are slightly overpowered, you know. But hey, what can you do? Just hope and wait. But I think that Space will have something in the works because they brought out a lot of attack recently. And they're bringing out ability 11 as well to bring out attack even more. So they've got to bring some defense out to balance that. They really have. I think they maybe rushed it too much. I personally would have waited for combat bots maybe 6 months. But for whatever reason, they brought them out now with HQ17 release. I think the 30 seconds and the XP was enough to balance it. Combat bots, maybe a bit too much at the minute. Great addition. I love them to bits, but maybe not too yet. So now they have to balance it with defense. But yeah, 22.5k. I don't know. I still think it's a bit underpowered. I think you should be hitting 30k to take out a HQ maxed, a max HQ17. You should be aiming for 30k. My personal opinion. Yeah, that's a point though, Christoph. If that team has never lost a battle, no matter what the design, then it's not design. It's not, I don't blame you for doing that. I would do it exactly as well. But, but Mohammed, I don't think a fourth beam laser would help because you added beam laser in and someone just takes that out and it becomes irrelevant again. Just adding one defense would not do it. I don't think it is too much. I don't think it's enough, Sharksy. I really don't think it's enough. So think about this. Christoph can walk a base now with a 22.5k team. What happens when he gets to 25k? What happens when he gets to 27k? It starts to get boring. It really does. So, yeah, exactly, Christoph. Yeah. If you kill all beam laser missile launchers, then, the rest sort of shoot. I suggested as well in the playtest stream that you can put a core on which doubles the attack speed of mortars or cannons. I think we need some more universal cores. Universal cores, we've got armor, which is defense pretty much. We've got healing and attack. That's pretty basic if you think about it in universal cores. That's pretty basic. Is there anything else? Defense, heal, attack. Explosive shells, I think, are underpowered. Not as good as it could be. And that's it. Yeah. James, full power outpost bots. I think the minute though, James, the thing that's keeping us back, if personally, is battling outpost bots and combiners. When you face a level 20 combiner, it's really hard to beat that combiner. Really hard. And most people avoid them now. So even if they put up the outpost bots to full health, if you can drag them outpost bots away, it's not going to make a difference. It's really not. I think that outpost bots are quite well balanced. I just think that when's the last time we had a buff to defenses? All right, we've had a HP and a DPS buff in terms of HQ17. But when's the last time we had defense cores? Can anyone tell me when the last time we had some defense cores? I'm trying to think now. I'm struggling. When the last time we had any defense cores in the game? Oops, wrong one. The shock tower core, Sharksy. And when was that? That was before 5-star Perceptor. 5-star. So you're looking at about a year. Mine cores, yes, Sharks. They're the last cores that came out. I don't think mine cores have done a massive thing on defense, though. A massive improvement. It was a slight tweak. I think so, Sharks. I think it's about a year ago where we had but yes, still again, though, that was only beams and shock towers. So mortars and cannons, I don't think we've had any cores for mortars, cannons for 2.5 years since Prime cores came out. If you think about that, maybe 2.5 years for mortar cores and for cannon cores, and that's crazy. It's too long. It really is. Think about how far the game has come in 2.5 years. That's quite stale and static. I think so. I think it was around 2 years. I really do. I think it was. Haven't ever received a new core. I don't think they have. I'm trying to think if the guided missile core came out at the same time. That's a good point, Ninja Swivel. That's a good point, though. Everyone tends to use pretty much attack or, I think we need to add variety now to everything. We've got variety in bots now with the combat bots. As that progresses, we've got so much variety in that. We've not got much variety in outpost bots and not much variety in slight variety in teams. You tend to see a lot of the same teams, but a slight variety. But I think combat bots will help a lot in variety. So I think more variety needs to be in base design now. I really do. Maybe Sharksy, but I don't like raids. I don't want the battles to be like raids. Then they get a bit boring and monotonous. I don't like raids at all. I've made no secret of it. I told the apes that I really don't like raids. I find them. I think they were built up to be a lot better than what they were. I thought they built them up to be a massive team event where everyone's going to work together. And how I find it is, people attack, they do the damage, and then leave it to someone else. There's no. I don't know about you guys, but that's how I feel. There's no communication about raids. The raid pops up, and we don't even mention it. We just go at it, we kill it, that's it. And I don't think there's many people out there that are really happy with raids. Maybe if the rewards are better. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe, Grand Galvatron. Hey, Joe, how's it going? Raids give me good core food for leveling my bot cores. Yeah, Joe, I'm not saying the rewards aren't that good. I like the Shaniks, but I'm saying the actual battles themselves. I just find them a bit. I don't know. There you go, Sharksy. Raids are optional. That says it all, really. If you've got a part of the game which is optional, then it's not good, is it? Exactly, Christoph. I very rarely hit raids for the same reason. I just find them really boring. We don't need to. We usually quite easily beat them. Yeah, I agree again, Galvatron. Even Titans, when they came in, what we tend to find is everyone goes in and fights the Titans just because it's fun and doesn't do the rest of the bases. So that's why I suggested bringing in the likes of Fortress Maximus and Scorponok and having levels. So every single raid base has a Titan, every single one. But level 1 has less HP than level 2 than level 3. And then you have, so say there's 9 raid bases, you'd have 1, 2, 3 of Metroplex. So 1 being easy, 2 medium, 3 hard. Then you'd have 1, 2, 3 of, say, I don't know. I'll say Omega Supreme 1, 2, and 3. So we'll start off smaller. Then Metroplex 1, 2, and 3. Then Fortress Maximus 1, 2, and 3. So Fortress Maximus 1 will probably be the same as the hard version of Metroplex, and it gets even harder. And I really like Titans, and I agree that they can't be in the game. And that's probably the best way to put them in the game. But I just think that to have one of each base in all the raids is a bit underwhelming for what they were. Everyone loves Titans for what they were. I just think it's slightly underwhelming, really. That's the key word for it. It's not awful. It's not rubbish. And I like the fact they put them in the game. They're just a bit underwhelming. That's my view. But like I said, I don't want to sit here and bash the game too much. We're talking about improvements, how to improve the game. I wouldn't be sat here trying to talk about improvements if I didn't like the game. I really do. And I don't think it's that unbalanced. I think it's the most balanced it's been for a long time. But what I've got to think is the next few months. Right now, it's quite balanced. But I think over the next few months, HQ17 is going to be super easy. And I think maybe the apes have done this on purpose to ease us in. I don't know what they've got planned. I haven't got a clue what they've got planned. No one has, apart from the apes themselves. So I think we just got to sit tight, pass any ideas we've got on, and then hopefully they will make the right choices. Yeah. Raid the nerf defenses. I don't think they need nerfing. I just think I don't know. There's a bit of strategy to it, but I don't know. I'm just not a big fan. But so back to we were talking about raids. We were talking about Spark investment. So yeah. So what bots are really worthy of Spark? Triple change, I think, really are, especially Sandstorm and Lynx, because you get two uses out of it. You get damage and healing, and you get both of Lynx's ability. Don't forget, which way round you do his ability depends on which way he attacks. So if you do Shroud, then Fire, that does an explosion with 2962 damage. If you do Flame Strike, then Cloud, it does 4100 damage, but there's no explosion, so it only hits. So just keep that in mind. I think that's good that you put the Spark investment into them bots. You get two out of it, two uses. I think bots that do a lot of damage, obviously their Spark investment, you get a lot more damage for it because Swoop's damage goes up by X amount and you get 18 times that. You're getting 18 times whatever it goes up by. So the ones where it does multiple hits like that, you get a lot back. The reason I did Goldfire is because when you upgrade his ability, you get extra time for the damage to burn down. So it does the same amount of damage, pretty much static, really, but it just burns for longer. No, up to 9 maybe. What is 10 worth it? We're currently talking to the player testers about Dinobot. We just don't think he's where he should be. We think he should be better than what he is, and I agree. I've said since the start, since I started using Dinobot and his holograms disappeared, I always said that his hologram should not disappear ever. If we have to make that 25% of the health and DPS just to balance it out so it's not overpowered, then fair enough. But yeah, I think so. Maybe, Christoph. Maybe, like Wars, yeah. But would you get better rewards for higher tiers? So I agree, Sharksy. Yeah, Grand Galvatron, more scenery is good in the game, but that's like a luxury. It's not something really, really important. It's it's not an important thing to the game as such. But I'd say one thing though. I would put Spark into bots if it means they can one shot. If you're struggling to level bots and you're free to play especially, and you've got enough Spark to make a certain bot one shot, then but keep in mind that when you go up a HQ level, that bot will no longer one shot unless you level them up again in Spark or level. So just be cautious with your investment and just try and get the most use out of it. So Rook goes up by 140 damage per level. So for an extra 280 damage in an area, he'll damage about 4 to 6 defenses for an extra 1.25 mil Spark. Is it worth it? Maybe. But yeah, I'd say Triple Change is a really good investment in Spark. Spark hit the problem Energon is. Well, they did say on the stream, it's a good. What they're going to try and do is double the amount you can take from someone, but half the but the amount you lose is the same. So, say I was to raid Christoph. I just have the first name popped up on the screen. So, say I was to raid Christoph and I stole 1 million Energon from him. He would only lose 500,000. I think that's what they said in the stream. And I think that's a really good idea. I think that's a way to sort of help people farm more Energon, or maybe just increase the amount of Energon per zone. Maybe. So Ninja Squirrels put way too many players play as individuals, not as a team. Have the chat, no debate, discussion, interacting tactics. So many have a mindset. What can I get out of team? Not what can I put into the team? Yeah, I think that's a fair point, Ninja. I really do. I do think that's a fair point. I'd like to sit here and maybe disagree with you, but yeah, I do believe that there's a lot of people out there that look for just themselves, really, apart from what's good for the team rather than just themselves. Um, but yeah, I think as you go higher up, especially in wars, there's a lot more discussion and a lot more tactics involved. And I just think they need to maybe incorporate that into raids somehow. How, I don't know. I don't think they've done the best job again with raids, and I think that I don't know. I think raids needs a lot of work personally to be where it should be. But yeah, Christoph, Zone 15 is decent. I get attacked maybe once a week, once a fortnight, but it's the lower end guys. We talk about in the playtesters chat a lot about helping guys catch up by improving XP and lower levels and things like that. But how can we even do that if they can't even get Energon to rank them bots? That's the point. I mean, there needs to be an end game for top level guys to be for someone to aspire to. We can't give everyone 100k spark per war, no matter what war you're in, because then there's no competition to be higher. So there needs to be something there. But I agree that Energon needs to be more readily available. Yeah. Do I think they'll add another campaign? The problem with campaigns is the amount of time it takes to do the campaigns, and they don't get a lot of use out of it. Once you beat the campaign once, it's done. So people suggested a replayable campaign for 0 resources, and I just don't think that for how much it costs them and in time and resources to make them, I just don't think they're worthwhile. Really, they do quite a bit in China, so maybe it is doable, but. Grand Galvatron. I was one of them. I really don't like raid events. I really don't. I like the fact that it's non-stop Super XP. I did like that, but the event itself was awful. Maybe a bonus for MVP on War. Maybe Kev Phillips, but at high levels, I don't think you need that. I think that we all aim to 225, regardless. We don't want anything less than that. If I get anything less than two, I got a 155 against Psyops, and I've beaten a HQ17 maxed in that lineup, and I was disappointed because it took 3 attempts to beat a HQ17 max. And you might think that's ridiculous that the top guy in the game is I've beaten 3 attempts and I'm not happy with that, but that's what you strive to achieve. You strive to achieve 225. You strive for perfection in them top level wars. So I'm not sure like a bonus for MVP, but maybe in some sort of event, maybe, or maybe in raids. If you talk about raids, then yeah, I think the MVP in raids might help. But yeah. Yeah, I agree with Hamid in terms of rewards, but you've got to think that it's all a balanced economy. It's all carefully calculated, and you'll very rarely see Space Ape mess too much with the economy by putting cells into inventory. I think it should be personally, but I understand why they won't want to. I get it. But yeah. Yeah, Sharks, it's just again, it's raids. I just don't think raids are that good an event. I think we finished the event within 6 to 8 hours. That's how poor it was. I've never finished an event between 6 to 8 hours ever. So that raid event, and I spent all weekend just battling in zones, not getting any rewards, not getting nothing to aim for, so to speak, just aiming for XP. And you need something to aim for in a game like this, not just XP. XP's is an aim as in like what you aim to get your bots, but you need prizes to sort of achieve and get. Yeah. Yeah, Chris, that's the Energon. It's a new resource added to HQ17. Christopher used to play quite a bit with me back in the day. Don't play that much anymore, but he's trying to get his account back. But yeah, a lot of changes, Chris. A lot of change to the game. So base D. How about you put in an option where whoever attack you and took resources, you get an automatic chance to direct attack them back? Ninja Swivel, maybe like a revenge attack. Maybe, but then that might be a bit unfair because say someone low level attacks me and just goes for my resource buildings, then I go back and then take that back off them again because I wipe them out. It's maybe a bit unfair. Whenever you're thinking of ideas, it's a little just suggestion, guys. I'm not knocking anyone, but it's an idea what you've got to do and what people don't do sometimes. What you've got to think of, right? I've thought of an idea. How can that be manipulated to people that are going to break the game in some way? How can it be manipulated and how can it have a negative effect? Think of that first. Don't think the positive effect first. Think of the negative effect. And if there's too many negative effects, especially for lower players, then it's a big no-no. You don't want a negative effect in a game like that. And I know you get what you're saying, Sharks, but how would you feel about attacking a player and they're a bit higher level than you and you get in 100,000 energy on, then them revenge attacking you and taking 500,000 because they're more powerful? You know, it's not really fair. And Chris was saying have different leagues again, but now you're getting into a whole new thing of programming now where you've got to program a whole new, not event, but a whole new thing. And then it starts getting costly. And you've got to think that revenge attacks then, are they really worth the investment? So if you had a choice between, you know, new defense cores or revenge attacks, what would you rather have? You know, and these quality of life fixes, some are quite easy. You know, and programming is not easy. I keep saying this over and over again. Programming is not easy. It's not just saying, you know, yes or no and flicking a switch. It's complicated stuff. It's not easy by any means. So it takes a lot of time, a lot of effort. So you just want to make sure that any ideas to put in the game are really worth it. Yeah, Christopher. Like I said before, like dominoes. You take a domino out and it stops the ring from it stops the dominoes from falling. So you need to place that back in, but then change from a different domino and maybe change the direction of them and judge where it's going to go. And that's what sort of, it's not as easy to take a domino out and it will work the same. It depends how far they're spaced out. It depends how close they are. It depends where you took the domino out of and things like that. You've got to really think about it carefully. Yeah, Chris, they said before, Christoph, that if they had their time again, they would choose a different tool set to make this game. But they're sort of stuck where they are now. They're stuck with it. And it's just one of those things, sadly. Revenge has been asked a lot by VIPs. I'm sure the apes said how the game's been made, they can't add it. Maybe dyslexic, but they also said you can't use opposite faction combiners. And now they're considering it. They also said years ago there'd never be 5-star bots in the game. Now there is. Looks very prime rushable to the shield gen. Bring it. Try it. You're welcome to try. Yeah, well, I'll give it a try. It's sort of a design, redesign, and we'll go from there, see how it goes. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Crystals, yes. Let's get on crystal opening. Thanks, Shanksy, for putting it back on track, the stream. So, like I said, Sharks is doing today's trivia. If you want to do the trivia for the stream, all you need to do is message me online, and then I will give you a day to come on the stream and do the trivia. We're currently at 1,350 subs. We're trying to get to 1,500 subs. So let's try and push it. Too late, Christoph. Let's try and really push it, guys. If you can share it in your alliance, what we're doing, tell them we're doing giveaways. Let's try and get some more people on the stream. Try and get to 1,500 subs. Yeah, for me, opening a guaranteed 3-star is not that exciting because it's guaranteed. So duplicate 2-star. So yeah, obviously we're aiming for the 4-star. Shards by the by. But there's no Mirage Jake opening the shards today. I do like 4-star Brainstorm. I think it's a really good bot, especially on a walk team. Just getting him to that high level. But if I don't get him, it's not ridiculous. It's not crazy. So a lot of people get annoyed when you get 3-star shards and prems. For me, the more you get of those, the more chance you got of getting a 4-star. Or at least a 3-star anyway. So we're getting a lot of 3-stars and prems here now. And there we go. So for me, like the 4-star there sort of resets it again. There we go. The lock's coming back in again. So we want quite a few 3-star shards, quite a few prems. There we go. 3-star Brainstorm dupe. But like I said, 4-star. 4-star shards. 4-star shards. And already now, I don't think we're going to get this bot. Because I'm getting quite a lot of 4-star shards. I've got a 3-star dupe. Already, I think that we won't get. Prem drop rate probably hasn't increased. No, it hasn't. Character crystals are always way forwards. Forget prems. We get a lot more prems in the game now, Christopher. But the drop rate hasn't increased. I'm also a big fan of opening your crystals very early on when you get them. Early in the event. I think you have a better chance, personally. Got quite a lot of 4-star shards. Yeah, Christopher. Christopher lost access to his account. He's contacted the apes to get it back. And he's got, is it 6 months of VIP gifts to open? Crazy. And last 2. And I did call it, to be fair. Yeah, because I got quite a lot of 4-star shards, then that's the reason why I get the 4-star. You sort of luck balances out in a way. So if you ever buy a bundle and you get 2 stars in a bundle, I'd personally go and try another one. If you get a mixture of 3 stars and 2 stars, maybe not. The more unlucky you are, the more lucky you'll probably be on your next bundle. So let's go. I can't look at that in Decepticon. I can't. It doesn't look right. It's got 50,000 prems. We've got 3 3-star crystals. By this weekend, we'll have 2 4-star crystals. So what's that? 180, 360, 360. So 8,300. So about 1,700 shards off our next 5-star. 1,700. So all I need really is a another 4-star crystal, maybe another couple of 4-star crystals, and a 5-star event. And there's always a 5-star event with every new batch. So, yeah, I need a couple more 4 stars now. A couple more 4-star dupes. So, I was looking at the bundle this weekend. And the bundle, I don't mind Strafe. It's not bad. I like Nose Cone a lot. I'm tempted to level my Sludge at the minute. But I'm going to level Nose Cone, I think, instead. And put them both on the team. That's my long-term plan. It's a lot cheaper. When I face that HQ Max base, it costs a lot of ability points. That's what I struggle with, ability point management. So if I can add Nose Cone to that, it's a lot cheaper, then I think that'd be a really good tactic, having Sludge and Nose Cone in a team against those sort of layouts. And then I think no kind of layout would be safe. Personally, maybe replace Sludge with Nose Cone depending on his health and DPS. We'll have to see it. But yeah, ever closer to getting them 2 5-stars. Ever closer to maybe getting a Lita. Ever closer to maybe the new batch. I do have a China account, and there is a 5-star Skylinks. So on the China server. So it'd be interesting to see. But what I found is an interesting theory. Me, both Alpha Prime and Hoist, we all did our predictions on the last batch. And I tend to find that our predictions, or mine in general, are one behind. So what I predicted for batch 5 came out in batch 6. So I'm going to go back and look what I predicted for batch 6. And I think that whatever I did predict will probably come back batch 7. I'm not saying exactly, but I'm saying as a good idea. But yeah. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to Hoist. I used to watch Hoist before I did streams and did videos. So Hoist is the real OG, really, of the current content creators. So, like I said, back in the day, everyone watched JT and Oasis, people like that. Then it was the likes of Hoist and Soldier. They were sort of there when I started doing my sort of videos. And then we sort of went into myself, Hoist, Alpha Prime, and Trios Theory. And now we've got Skywalk Grey in. But I think we do need some more content creators, really. So if you are interested in doing content, guys, then hit me up online. I can give you some pointers, some tips. I know there's a couple of people that have said they are doing videos now. And it's just hard work at the start, guys. It's hard work to sort of get your name out there and get people watching you. And the best advice I can give anyone that wants to be doing YouTube is try and have a personality. I was talking to Christopher, not Christoph, Christopher the other day about this. And we both said that, we don't watch the top guys in the game. We don't want to see guys just rolling over bases. We want the guys that are decent players, something that's achievable or something to aim for, but as well, someone who's entertaining. That's the key, I think, when you're being a YouTuber. Is try and be entertaining, really, and still be yourself, But yeah, I think you have to have a knack for it in a way. Oasis and JT quit because the game was hot stuff when it first come out, and then it wasn't as much hot stuff. JT, from my understanding, he jumps from game to game, whatever makes him money, he jumps to. Nothing wrong with that. That's how he runs it. He does his channel as like something to earn money from, not because he enjoys the game. I'm sure he joined the game at one point, but obviously just upped and left because he thought it was getting stale or whatever reason, or because he weren't earning as much money from it, weren't getting as much views. There was a lot more views back in the day when the likes of JT and Oasis were doing videos. So yeah, he is. JT is doing Castle Clash now. Yeah, but I've always said it. Oasis was the first time where I thought I could maybe do a video on the YouTube when he featured my base on his channel and said how good a design it was. I was quite proud of that, and I thought, well, I'm pretty good at doing bases, and people are asking me about base design, and I thought I'd do a base design video just to help some people out. And that is how it all started from there. Yeah. Right. Okay. So today's trivia is by Sharksy. So because Sharks is doing the trivia today, he can't win on the trivia, sadly. So we've got a really good chance today to win this trivia with no Sharksy in there. Don't forget, guys, if you do win, all you need to do is add me online, Sunstreaker Wozza, so I can give you your code. We've not had anyone get a 4-star in quite a while. A few 3 stars, but no 4 stars. I really want to see someone get a 4-star from these prems. I really like seeing people get decent rewards from these crystals. So let's see if someone can get a 4-star with his last few codes I've got. I think I've got about another 8 codes to give away for the end of the month and get some more. So let's try and get a 4-star out of them. So, Sharksy, are you there? Are you ready? Christoph, no, it's not 42. Well, I don't think it is anyway. It's Sharksy's question. But if you are ready, Sharksy, let me know. And there we are. So I'm just going to read it out. So, Dojak, you're just in time for trivia. So, in Transformers Victory, there are groups of 6 Decepticons who are dinosaurs. What is all their names and who do they combine to form? Good question. I know the combiner. I didn't know the names. So if you're quick, you can Google it. If you know your stuff, you can get in there first. So I'm going to do a battle. And as normal, the time of the battle depicts how long you've got. Once I type stop in the chat, Sharks is going to put the answer in. And then I'm going to do a random stab and pick a winner. Dino 1 to 6 and Big Bag Dino. Got to be the correct answer, though. I will forgive spelling mistakes as long as you get all the names correct. Got it right. Can I just put out there that Christoph didn't get it right? Don't start copying him because you won't win. Oh, I wish I had a jump crew for this. But hey ho. So we've probably got about another minute left, guys. Just another minute left. Get the answers in. And the end of the battle, aiming in. 3, 2, 1. And stop. So, Sharksy, what is the answer to the question, just to confirm? So once Sharks confirms the answer, Sharksy, what's the answer is? There we go. I can't pronounce them. Goryu, Doryu, Garyu, Yokuryu, Ryu, Kakuryu, and Dino King. Yes, Dino King definitely heard of, but the rest, sadly not. So, never copy Grand Galvatron. So, random stabbies, and what I'm going to do is, let's just make sure it's correct. Just give me a second, guys. I've got to win. I'm just making sure it is correct. I think it is correct. I'm trying to see now where. And the winner is Silverbolt 94. Congratulations. Sorry, guys, just making sure that the answer, it looks pretty legit to me. It looks like it's copied correctly. So, congratulations, Silverbolt. We have a winner. Well, Christopher Charlesworth, you're my cousin, you're a relative, a good friend of mine, and you still haven't won. So that just proves that it isn't fixed. I know that everyone says it's fixed, but there you go. But congratulations, Silverbolt. I think you've won previously, so you should have me online already. So yeah, if you just message me online. Well, you know, that's the game. Spam the chat. If you want to spam it to get your answers in, you can. He lies. Right, well, that's the end of today's stream, guys. Really appreciate everyone. Make sure you give it a thumbs up, guys. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're trying to hit, like I said, 1,500 subs. We are 150 subscribers off. Only 150 subscribers off 1,500, which was the aim that I set myself beginning of the year. And we're only in April. I forgot what month it was then. I'm not going to lie. So, only in April. So, make sure you share it in your alliance, guys. Let them know what we're doing. Let's try and hit them 1,500 subs. Thanks to everyone for tuning in. Don't forget, same time every single week. If you check out my community page on my channel, it will tell you the times to give you an idea when to tune in. But it's usually about an hour and it ends this time every single week. Make sure you tune in every single day, guys. Thanks for watching, guys, and peace out.